Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another card review, and today we're going to talk about Xiahou Dun's power release form. Right, so what you can see here is the leader skill of Xiahou Dun. Let's go through it. So when the team consists of only fire, earth, and dark members, so it's a triple attribute gameplay. So you have to include at least one of each member, right? So you can't play solely fire and earth or earth dark. You must have these three attributes present in your team, right? At least one of each attribute. So team attack times 5, which is kind of today's meta right now. By dissolving more than 9 fire, earth, dark in total, team attack times 2 additionally. This is actually easy to hit. I'll explain that later. And if fire, earth, fire, earth, dark are dissolved in the same round, you get a damage reduction. Right, so in my opinion, I feel that I'm not a very big fan of damage reduction. I rather give Xiahou Dun a HP boost instead of a damage reduction because of many monsters nowadays with initial attack and then it ignores damage reduction, which renders these teams totally useless, right? So yeah, not a big fan of this damage minus 40%. So moving on to the team skill, let's take a look. Number 1, 9 fixed position will be locked every round, so that will be the top right hand corner of the board. So if all runestones at fixed positions are dissolved, team attack times 1.5 additionally, and then turn runestones at fixed position into 3 fire, earth, dark enchanted at the end of that round. And then on top of that, fire, earth, dark possess effect of each other. And then of course, last but not least, we have the red army region, which is what all the red army have. So you can see that there's an auto generation at the top right hand side of the board, right, which actually fulfills that additional team attack times 2 as what we saw at the previous image. So actually the damage output is actually quite consistent for Xiahou Dun, but the only disadvantage is other than that fixed position, you still have that red army region you need to dissolve to get that max multiplier, right? And then another disadvantage is this auto generation of runes will actually hinder your hard runes, right? So you can see that these 3 attributes right here possess effect of each other. It doesn't possess effect of hard runes. So if it dissolve away, if it converts your hard rune away and you're left with no hard runes, then recovery is a problem as well. Alright, so you notice that this team here, there is no HP boost, there is no recovery boost as well, right? It's solely relying on that damage reduction, and then you really require that hard rune to recover, right? So this is really one very big disadvantage for this Xiahou Dun team. So last but not least, let's talk about Xiahou Dun's active skill, which is monster attack times 3. That's itself only, not the entire team, so it's kind of like a mini boost, which is fine. Number 2, each of human and demon in the team launch an extra attack as much as 50% of his attack. So this can kind of increase the speed of wearing down things like 30 hit shield, 20 hit shield and stuff like that, right? And then number 3, when an enemy attacks, human and demon will launch one more extra attack, which is even more, right? So you can see this team here will quickly wear down teams stages like Shamash, 30 hit shield and stuff like that. Okay, and then effect stays in play until runestones of 6 types are dissolved in the first batch. Right, so previously it was 5, which is water, fire, earth, light, dark, and then now you need to dissolve an additional hard runes to kind of break the chain of this active skill, which is pretty reasonable, right? And then the thing is, it is first batch, and if you want to kind of do a lot of combos, you can pretty much stack one of the attributes, and then this active skill will just keep on, it won't deactivate basically, right? So overall, I feel that Xiahou Dun is slightly better than Cao Cao in a way that Xiahou Dun's damage is better, the sustainability is better. The only problem is the HP, right? So in order to kind of buff up the HP, what you need to do is kind of bring in more tanky cards, right? So this team revolves around dark, earth, and fire, right? So in my opinion, you can actually bring in Demon Bull, you can bring in Rashasha, Iron Fan Princess. So these two will actually give you a HP and attack boost already, Right, on top of that, these two cards are 8-star by now. So if you throw in a 8 Seal Boss Chaos as well, so that's gonna overall bring up the entire HP. Right, so I tried it before. With this setup, you can actually go past 30k HP. Right, so on top of that, you get that damage reduction is gonna be pretty sweet. Okay, so all you need to do is just throw in another Red Army member to get that Red Army region team skill, and then everything will be pretty solid in my opinion. Alright, so Xiahou Dun, worth it to PR or not, I can say you can give it a try. I won't say that it is a must to power release, but if you power release, I think that it's not going to be super meta at the moment. Right, I don't think it's going to be meta anyways, right? But it's a very fun team to try out, right? So definitely more fun and more stable than Cao Cao in my opinion. Alright, so overall this is going to be the card review for Xiahou Dun. Right, so if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.